Just about 2 hours from now, for the very first time since the whole Russia investigation began, former special counsel Robert Mueller will answer questions for about 5 hours before the House Judiciary Committee and then the House Intelligence Committee. It will be eventful, to say the least. Back with us, Shan Wu, Abby Phillip, Joe Lockhart, and Margaret Talev. And Shan, you think that Robert Mueller has told us what he wants to talk about?
Yes, I think he made a claim very plain in his brief remarks last time that what he cares about with more passion is the Russian interference. So I think there's more hope in that area that he may stray a little bit afar from what he actually wrote.
That's not what Democrats most want to talk about, Abby.
And I think he has to explain, why did he bother to create a volume 2 of the report? I mean, this is actually something I think Republicans will be... The obstruction part. This is something that I think Republicans will be just as interested in, because they've been saying, you know, Robert Mueller was out of his lane by putting out all of this information that was derogatory about the president, and then knowing that he could not charge, or whatever it was.
But what do you think he was tasked with doing?
So I think Mueller has to, even though he clearly cares about the first part, and the first part is extremely important. The second part does exist. He created it, and he's going to have to explain why.
He did tell us why. He did tell us why in the 8-minute statement. He explained to us why obstruction of justice as a concept is so damaging to the legal system. And he told us out loud in that statement how you can obstruct something even if there is no underlying crime. That is something he's already said out loud. So I am curious to see if he expands on that.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to dive a little bit deeper into that and really just explain to the American public that in the context of the President of the United States, what does obstruction of justice mean, and what does it look like? Because that's the part that Republicans are going to try to poke holes in that whole argument, claiming that it's not right for him to essentially indict the president on paper and not charge him.
And to that criticism, I mean, Democrats have launched all sorts of court cases, and they've won some. That happens behind the scenes. I mean, this is their moment, they think, to make it play out in public and to get the Americans' attention. But in terms of, you know, they're not exercising their right to oversight, I mean, I think that they would say that they're being stonewalled left and right. We heard that from Chairman Jerry Nadler yesterday, that has been their tremendous frustration since the 2018 elections, that they haven't been able to get anything. The White House has done a great job and actually made the blueprint for future. If you don't want Congress to know anything, how you could do it.
Right. Just refuse. Just say no.
But Shan, what's to that point? And this gets to the issue, both what Allison said and Margaret said, gets to the statement that we heard last block from the president saying that Article 2 of the Constitution basically lets me do anything.
Right.
If that precedent is set, that fundamentally changes America.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the danger when they say that bad facts make for bad law. You have, in this instance, either way, it could profoundly decrease the power of the presidency if it really gets challenged in court, and it could vastly over-increase it. And that's the danger when you try to make a fight on these kinds of points. But I think that this is an opportunity to show the American people that it's not an imperial presidency, to put forth the facts that show what this administration did wrong, the fact that they're so open to inviting cooperation with these intelligence sources. Why didn't they report that? Why did they keep inviting that? This is an opportunity to show what was wrong and the opportunity to show why it can't be unfettered power.
All right, friends, as we said, 2 hours from now, it will happen.
Thank you all for helping us understand what we'll be seeing and what we hope to see.